干，这游戏这么吃 CPU 哦，太傻眼了。什么都没有做就80%，还是抓不到，超白痴。有病啊！这游戏好难用啊！等一下，等一下。这样顺了吗？顺了哈，可以了吧？好好好。有啊，我觉得网络上全部都在讲那个叫什么、啊，这游戏时间不到2小时，然后一堆人瞬间把它玩完，然后把它退费，然后就一堆人被骂，就这样，干跟 LZ 做一样的事。可以了吧？好好好，可以了。您是我戴的眼镜啊，是。干好像在拍什么证件照一样。那粘在这里，对，这样，啊，证件照，移位，这样可以吗？是你的头部定位方向，下方有人在。我闭眼，我要怎么看到有没有填满？妈的！现在是这个证件照的部分，我怎么知道我闭眼的时候有没有填满？高一点，有了吧？这样有了吧？好，并眨眼数次，嘿，叮叮叮叮叮叮叮叮叮叮叮叮叮。操什么？右下好看的自己。
It's mine. Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you? I ask you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with. So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you. If that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here. Ooh, well, look at that. You're a blinking genius. I knew you were special. See all them poor souls down there, lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you. See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch. That's a better word.
哦，是另外一个颜色。
Notion. Better word than that. Ah. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Now you see that tower out there? Big, scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper. To be judged. I'm gonna present your case. Tell her the whole story of your entire life, from prow to stir. Now if she's impressed, I get paid the Bitcoin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters. Class A storyteller, believe you me. No, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts.
My.
Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers. I got some words for you.
好的呢，我才刚玩完动物园之心，觉得这个场景非常的贴切。
Sorry you had to hear that. So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So, just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there. But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, alright? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. And don't be afraid. And don't try to fight it. And just try to enjoy it this time.
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that? You must really like it out here, huh? Well, I get that.
干，我不小心眨眼了，靠背哦。
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
You see that big spiky plant over there? That's called an agave.
太亏啦！
11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree, covered in flowers. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one.
The day really slipped away, didn't it?
看你们就躺在那边一整天。
Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess.
我是外国人，台湾人最喜欢
Where's
上
the
班了。
first page of my piece? I
都
can't
没有这
find
种
it
闲时间
anywhere.
啊，躺在那边一整天。
Did I put it in here? No.
啊，干你老不小心，不小心眨眼了。
Go ahead, kid. Look at that. There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea.
你脑杯呢？啊，我脑部那我可以啊。
Something. To see how it grows? Man, the zoom on this thing is fantastic.
Benny, 1 year old.
Who's that beep?
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you? Give it time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon enough. Now, where was I?
Popo.
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
传传。
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
I like the music.
That's very specific.
Look at his little face.
越活越
What
活
do
越
you
回
think
去
he's
啊！
thinking about?
I don't know. Probably solving the problems of the universe.
撞撞
So,
撞
do
撞
you think he's going to be smart?
I don't see why not.
撞完了。
I mean, we're both pretty.
No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the selection committee what I just told you? Right. No, I'm sorry.
Hey, 我那国家
I
呢？
guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank you for considering my piece, John. It really means a lot. Oh, that's sure a little mess of color. Hey, we do not throw things in this house. If you're
爽啊！
See? That used to be my piano. My dad gave it to me.
贝多芬
He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first. I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the strong
眼睛不能
silent
眨，
type.
眼睛不能眨，眼睛不能眨，眨了他妈就跳下一页啊！有了有了有了，好可以眨了。
Can you believe I grew up in the snow?
还有得
I
下一
came
页吗？
all the way out here to the beach. I don't even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just came with him. Like a human suitcase.
没了。
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
I just don't want him. Richard,
猫咪
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
We can't keep him, can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no,
坏掉猫
right?
咪。
No.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember? you go. Doesn't that make you feel happy? Like you just want to jump up and down? Now what about C minor? You remember how to play that one? Very good. Just one note different. That one sounds sad, doesn't it? Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels. Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
哦，锁太，好多人买锁太啊。
She was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up. I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her eyes, you know, which I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places. It was wonderful. Where would you want to go if you could only go to one?
Greece, Egypt.
Now,
埃及学
you know,
者。
the ancient Egyptians believed cats had godlike.
The passing day.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's brilliant. We need to get him into serious piano lessons.
Sure. But, you know anyone who might be a good teacher for him?
What? I mean, in the city, sure. Not out here, I don't.
I mean, I know someone who might be up to the task. She's very...
猫，猫。
Oh, God, I have my interview in 5 minutes, and I completely forgot to feed him.
Don't worry, I already did.
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized into folders, sitting ready on my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but yeah.
Please let the cat know. It's time to use the litter box, though.
Baby steps. He's got one eye.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me,
Welcome
when I
home,
was
Dad.
about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone. So I asked him, what about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on through that as well.
No such luck for me.
哎，这样你也看到，妈鸡掰！
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Subdivide the time. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E.
You're off. You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
哎，不要不给弹啊！很难哎、这游戏。
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that.
我好烂。拍照，
Oh my. Well, don't think you like that,
刚
pal.
才用眼睛弹钢琴
Sorry, buddy.
他妈谁会啊？
Turn around, L, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? I mean, it would be interesting at first, but if you keep...
去，我去。
Ernie,
Ernie.
buddy,
Ernie!
Ernie.
卖房子。
Ernie, we need you!
God, no. What if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be eternally indebted.
没了。
What did you just say?
No, I...
所以那只猫咪叫 Ernie。
So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks
Oh,
and then
被人家搞
comes
大了。
back with a huge belly?
But Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about
还是喝啤酒了。
Thought I was.
that? Uh-huh. And that was...
干。
He
不
keeps
小心
coloring
眨
the
眼。
grass blue, the ocean green, and then the... Are you able to pick up the new book?
Yes, the vanilla galleon is of particular interest.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah, got this too.
It's extremely expensive, right?
三小。三小。
I know.
哎
it seems
屁
impossible
啦，这样你也
that
看得
you could
到，
ever
假
play
赛啊！
something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
又不给弹了。
You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
好，这样可以了吧？
Okay.
The quiz said find the zero, and he just drew an arrow pointing to it.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I mean, everything is wrong with that.
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
What?
This isn't my house. It's not my house. Right, it's my house. Fall back, you fool.
邻居。
I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat. Okay, I'll play inside. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here.
邻居婊子。
Why are you always out here taking photos?
因为我只有眼
You
睛啊。
know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
Oh shoot. I think I gotta go. But, try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't think you'll be able to. But you can try. What the hell? How did he do that?
Quiet, everyone. Betty's about to play for us.
我玩的压力好大。
Wow, Elle, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
干压力好大、
I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Very cool.
But no one really knows what it means.
Unknown legend.
It's kind of one of those professions that stops a dinner party.
又需要讲那个什么蓝调成就。
Okay, more wine?
I'll have a little more wine, please.
Nah, what a shock.
Got 不是啊，你会不会贝多芬啊？贝多芬不是这样演的，好吗？
The class is
脱衣服给我
world
拍。
history. My name is Mr. Isaac.
Isaac，
The class will be broken up in
Hey, you.
units.
Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
亲爱的邻家怪小子，
This
哇，
is
为什么是
code.
爱你的克罗伊
I
啊？
want each of you to write it down.
儿
Not
女，
doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
有我做笔记啊，我做笔记，
Okay. Now I will go on.
有
to
我
the
做
next
笔记，有
slide.
笔记。遗忘过去者注定要重蹈覆辙。
Tell me, what did the quote say?
我告诉你，我告诉你，
I definitely know this.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
我告诉你，我告诉你，我偷
So
偷告诉你，
those who do not remember the past repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed, it is. Though I prefer you to answer with the help of your boyfriend next time. If we do
You
not
broke
keep
my no
an accurate
talking
account
rule,
of the
but
past,
I asked you to, so I guess I'll have to let you live.
And now on to what you call
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing,
为什
but
么
he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself.
海螺宝贝，
Little guys are pretty cute.
不是，
though.
这是神奇宝
Look
贝
at
吧？
that. Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
海螺挑战者，
I've definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history class. I don't know what I'd do without old Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for
是
playing the
N64
game
吗
with him.
Your dad just thanked me for hanging out with you? That's a very interesting detail.
野生的龙虾出现了，靠背啊！
It's called a magnet.
就决定是你的哈仔。
It's about an hour away in a town called Burt. I know the change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. He says you've had so much trouble
Juan.
making friends at Plato. I want you at a place where people really
沃克罗伊
get
啊，你怎么这样子？
You know, life can take you to some incredible
强迫我
places.
去这个婊子学校。
Really, really good.
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
好凶哦！
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of.
你的狗比你帅啊！
So, I understand you were a musician yourself.
他面有难色，巴哈，被打枪了，老布，我们被打枪了，老布。
As you can see, there's some very fast runs in here, and a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try.
当然不会热爱启动啊，这么密密麻麻的看个屁眼。
Just like to see you really rise to the occasion.
干个屁啊！还
I
副
wish
歌
I
曲
had
哎
the！ option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
揉烂，要不要揉烂？不要！啊，不揉烂。完了，还有30天就要表演了。
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice.
我要接电啊！干！不管，我要接电话。可恶！
Oh my god. Is she really calling you again?
我不要弹钢琴了，我要去打炮啦！我要接起来了，我要接起来。
So listen, I found a costume.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
Oh, he's fine.
爽啦！阿努比斯。
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is Amamet, and she's got, and yes, that's a she, the head of a crocodile, fur of a lion.
Hey,
See,
Mr. Kid.
hippopotamus,
Look at it.
though I would not say that to her face. Now, as you can see, she is ready to devour any of the deceased who do not pass judgment.
Love.
Sort of like me with your weekly quizzes. So I am not quite sure why I don't hear more frantic scribbling right
Ew,
now.
why is he so scared looking? Okay, I'll call you when I'm leaving my house. You better pick up my call, dude.
Slightly worried about having you change
啊，明天就要，
since he's starting to make friends.
明天就要考试，然后我跟人家跑出去玩，
Coming here is to
好
play
爽啊！
that game you bought for him.
Okay, well, listen, I don't claim to understand
感越来越难了啦。
Richard, Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean, no offense at all. But I don't think you actually
太难啦！
understand what that is.
哎，爆炸啊！
Oh, Richard, please.
我要爆炸了！
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Richard, tell your son to turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Mom says you.
哇，人生大抉择出现了！人生大抉择出现了！干，当然是跑出去啊！
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I'm a sticky for a baby. I apologize.
Okay, so meet me out in the alley.
耶，打炮喽！
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cat.
抄袭一个很好玩的日本游戏。
So I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good
我
game,
认真在画信息，
maybe
让
we
人听在
wouldn't
讲
have
话。
enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it.
影响大师啊！干你！我还没画完就眨眼
Probably
睛，
didn't sleep at all.
我还没画完就眨眼
Cold
睛。
all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay. You still got
我还没
this.
画完。
I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben. I'm going to be there soon.
In your own time,
完了完了
Benjamin,
完了完了！
we are
完蛋了
very
完蛋了！
excited to hear.
完蛋了！啊！不要不要不要打开！我要走，快跑啊！我要打炮，我不要看这个。
Oh, okay, okay. I think that's enough. So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you.
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father. I don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something.
We want him home from school for a while.
我怎么了？我
Just
得了什
until
么
this
病？
nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
我得了什么症？
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
哈？怎样？我要死了，对不对？ What?
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
就打电动啊，打电动最有意义啦。不然还有什么？魔术方块。真的，21小时之后再来吧。三小。What？ 转传。
Dinner's ready. B, you hear me?
古斯塔夫。
What's he doing?
He's drawing. He's becoming completely obsessed.
Why isn't your son doing this, Al? No.
越来越帅了。
Did he fix it? Well, ever since he got sick.
原来他是画画天才，我不是音乐天才啊。
And Mr. Benjamin Brin has been awarded first place.
说明什么是让你想要从事艺术？说明是什么让你想要从事艺术生涯？哈哈哈，靠北啊！那问题再抄一次，画一只手。
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art. So don't just sit there slack, Jod.
挖尾料啊，靠北啊！
Art, you ponies. Oh.
裸男，哦，画裸男，这好可爱啊！
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are. It's very zany, very kitsch.
哎，马尔发科，哎，画瓶子画坏掉了，救命啊！ 干白痴啊！画瓶子画坏掉啦！扎眼龙，扎眼2000次。看一下上一次的存档在哪？该不会还在弹钢琴吧？好，还可以，没有太远。
I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
传。
Mr. Benjamin Brin has been awarded first place.
You are not here to learn to be painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. Oh, how very wacky and fun. It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting card artists.
好，下一张了。 那叫抽象画。
There you go, Mr. Brain. Feel each shape. Oh, you fiend!
好，牛逼！
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Brain has done here.
我怎么了？
You see,
牛逼啊，牛逼！
reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece.
他的意思是艺术的狗
Pray you have a stronghold up.
艺术就是狗屁。Benjamin Brin，
I'm stunned. The ironic
然后我就开画廊了，
sincerity
干肉白痴。
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
嘣，
Benjamin, marvelous showman.
好被教授利用了，好爽。
Rory, you're not selling
哇，
your
二经纪
soul.
人啊！啊，完了完了完了！签不签啊？签不签？签啊签！
I've got a good feeling about you. We're going to make a lot of money together, aren't we?
To actually making some money with one's art. Lord knows I could never do it.
Ding.
Ooh, that's good. So, now that you've made it, tell me, what are you going to do with it? Besides buy me fancy dinners like
我要
this
找以
one,
前那个
God
梅亚啦，
obviously.
跟小妖画了。好干，我把按钮
Hey,
拿
stop.
掉。
Is that Benjamin Brin?
Oh my god. I think it is.
Of all places.
哎，我还没眨眼，鸡歪啊！哎，我有车了啊，爽！
Hey, honey. Your work's incredible. The new stuff is wowing us all.
Young Master，
But Ben, I've had an idea. You know, the critics are fickle. How about if you go back to your roots? Paint something
凸显个人情感是吧？
personal, close to your heart.
冰
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and well, I'm gonna be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're at such an important moment in your career, and
没接到 ，fuck！
I'm so proud of you.
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person
Oh, no.
I believe is the single thing in the world my wife is most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak.
Oh no！
I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny?
哦 fuck！
Go on, B. Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
Hey, honey. Guess who's calling? Again.
我要画我老婆。
You know, I taught
big, important people. People who could change your life every day. Hey! Benny! Guess who's calling? Well, here's the call. We're finished. We're done so kaput. It's over. Would you shut the hell up, Tabitha? I'm trying to fire a client in here. Who? Some washed up, stick up his ass, too good to sell prick. Probably isn't even listening to this message, but you know, Mama's gotta put her rage somewhere. Oh, shoot it. Am I still on? Benny, love you lots. Mwah.
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house.
Oh no.
She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. And then I just find myself breaking down again. I hope you understand. Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter. Yeah, I think you did the right thing. By the way, she didn't want you to see her like that. She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her. What's that? What's so fascinating, son? Look. It's unbelievable, Benny. It's like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her.
Is that really you? It's Chloe. Your neighbor.
Hey, 好久不见。
My god, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know. Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
Now would you look at that? I cannot believe my luck. Woo-hoo-hoo! You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Whoa! Well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but whew, an internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one?
老婆挂了，老北把房子卖了，然后一开始小时候被逼去学音乐，然后整天老母死了之后，沉浸在那个可怜那个里面，然后邻居来了相认又不理他，但是这里，抱歉。
His childhood was a lonely one, growing up as a strange, quiet child in an isolated seaside town. And, what'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant? His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your champion, or more like a... Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was ever encouraging, teaching him to recognize the greatness within. And how about that neighbor girl? Huh? What was she to you? Was she your best friend? Or first love? Now beyond. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. Now from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him. She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten: painting. Sure, he loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scum dolls! You lucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I'd assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're lyre birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie. Once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings. Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one. Hopefully you won't be seeing him again. just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
换，我变成鸟了，对不对？
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it. Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you. And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you.
被骂了。
But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the
再给
very
你一次机会。
And this time, I want the truth.
Day really slipped away, didn't it?
不会吧？全部重来啊
Oh well, days have a
Not
tendency
this.
to do that, I guess. Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
我没说啊。
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy? You know, my father once told me.
这里
This.
吗？
Stay here.
这里我什么都没看到啊。
What did your mother hear on that phone call? Keep your eyes open. I need to see.
好帅啊！救命啊！这个游戏怎么那么折磨人啊？哎，我没有渣啊 ，motherfucker！
Let's try this again.
这游戏怎么那么折磨人？好了吧，过了吧？
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
What?
See, she knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
You were a prodigal talent. I get it. Let's...
Eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to...
猫咪
Yes, I understand about the cat.
我看
Let's
猫咪
keep
啊。
going.
就这里，这里什么？怎么可能撑那么久啊？眼睛不要动，眯眯眼。我没有眨眼哦，我没有眨眼啊。过了吗？哎，我没有眨眼，王八蛋！
Your
我
eyes open.
Oh, 哦天啊！哎哎 ，motherfucker！
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work. To make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom,
I know you want to.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I get all this.
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, Kate Blink.
Keep it focusing. Make sure you stay engaged.
Can you please try to keep all this back to us? I really don't want to get off talking about this.
I mean, what's the point?
What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. It's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon. At the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember.
所以我根本没有醒来啊，我根本没有画画，是不是？
Actually productive to do while you're home from school.
打字机。
Try writing with it.
Hi, M. Hi, Mom.
Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics.
So arty.
Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius.
What do I write about?
Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear.
我又变作家了，对不对？他童年很寂寞。
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. And on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day. First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night. But I'm also glad we didn't because, well...
啊，好色啊！哎，蝼蚁呢？这三小，干！我要头部扫描了，对不对？完了，我要爆炸了！啊噔，这边不是都会有一个人，然后跑下来，然后亲你的嘴吗？
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
噔，哎， What?
Knock knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading aloud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do. I can't.
Just go in there and tell me.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you. Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a lonely one, growing up a strange and quiet child in an isolated seaside town. I mean, I'm certainly bummed you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write stuff?
Was a loser.拖赢家中最糟糕的人，完了，爆炸要爆炸，心态没了。病魔来了。
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
Ding dong. BB， 他的 BB。
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
老贝跟人家吵架了，不要。咕咕咕。
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What? You're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking, just so you don't have to...
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. Not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano. Just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
哎，猫咪。啊，猫把我的病治好了，好爽哦！
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love.
我要死了！
She's been through more than we can even imagine. Oh, her poor fur. Richard?
25通。哎，我按了，妈的，还是鬼啊
She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Oh my god, you're an idiot.
哎，我真是白痴啊！他妈又宕机了，鸡掰啊！想说正好看的地方，他妈又宕机了。哎呀，哎，我刚试过，我从头到尾闭着眼睛，他只要没有侦测到你的眼白跟眼黑，他就算你是闭眼。我刚刚就这样子啊，我刚刚就整个离开荧幕啊，然后他就说我闭眼啊，妈的！对，真的买一颗眼球，永远放在这边就好了。这是哪？
So if he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button, and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one. Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here.
所以是老北为了照顾我跟朋友闹翻。
No, that's not going to be possible.
耶，我把全家拖垮。
To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know. What? You're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking just so you don't have to go to school with me is actually ridiculous. I don't know if you're embarrassed about our night at the beach together, so you're avoiding me or what, but I just wanted to call.
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. Not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
我怎么远端开窗呢？我不懂。Get well soon.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine.
还是25通啊。
She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey...
Oh my god, you're an idiot. You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, looking at?
我在画画，不要吵。
Don't look up there. Look at me.
画画
I'm
不要，
talking to you.
在画画，不要吵，干。快画完了，不要靠背啊。Stay。干没得画了，几百啊？有吗？
I want to give you something.
妈的，干！
But I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
不要，我要画画。朋友卡，好人卡。啊，我的动作变好慢啊。
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
Ah, it's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like... Like if the unspeakable darkness I'm carrying can be so well expressed, maybe it's not so unspeakable. Nailed it, didn't I?
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
"不给按，不给看，什么都不给做。哦，就大粒呗。哇，食袂了，啉袂了，嘛饲袂了，啥物拢无，救命哦！
I can't breathe.
I know. It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this clamp on my chest.
I know.
You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now. I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think.
"环妖术。猫咪，
There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
喵喵。
That means she's ready to hear your story.
节拍器坏掉了。
You know, I never told you how much I loved your
猫
story.
咪，
It's really so imaginative. And the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father.
In a small town by the sea.
His mother was a composer, or at
At least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan,
she began to dream for him. But then,
he was just 11 years old. He got sick and was forced to stay inside for an entire
year. And in that year, he began to worry that he hadn't lived enough.
So he made up a story of the great life he thought he wanted to live, which only made him forget the great life he already had. How he had filled a new home with light,
joy, and promise. How he met a girl, his neighbor,
who felt all alone in the world, and he made her feel okay again.
And how, even when he was sick,
he still gave his parents hope.
How he reminded them exactly who they were after
they had almost forgotten.
So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
She accepts.
猫咪。
Close your eyes now, and keep them closed.
Why is he smiling like that?
It must be somewhere that he likes.
哦，所以这就是我节律跳太快了，是不是？不是啊，我眼睛，我，所以这真实故事哦。干不干？很干啊！我吹了冷气，吹了电风扇，我眼睛超容易闭的，好吗？干不给跳，妈的！有啊，应该被跳了一下吧。我刚刚有很多次也是不小心眨眼，然后跳过去了。Traditional Chinese translation. Scott Ye. 林家伟啊，林家伟。Traditional Chinese translation. Max 田先生。家伟，那是阿伟，阿伟。 我现在可以明白为什么这个家伙要退费，因为这个就是一轮做，结束完应该也不会有什么变化，而且游戏性、操控性又很少。除了这个以外，这个我又不信每个人都做得到20秒啊！不能要盯着这个视讯看啊，不能离开这里，这样子就眨眼了啊，这样子也眨眼了。然后这样子也眨眼了，我明明就是眯眼，眯到底了，闪一下就眨眼了，这个才是最难的部分。哇，好多人赞助哦 ，JJ 耶，米兰达，怎么那么多 Jonathan 啊？那么多 David 啊 ，Nicholas， 好多人哦，不是赞助的也太多人了吧？丛林男孩 Jungle Boy， 嘿，为什么又 A 了？不是照字母顺序吗？为什么又开始 A 了？所以是一个人生病，假装自己过很爽，然后自己掰了一堆故事出来，啊，实际上从头到尾被那个红色鱿鱼烫到爆。所以中间画画跟弹钢琴都是掰的，啊，只有猫咪是真的。哦，左边那排都 A， 有它变 B 啦。哦，所以我看到右下角是 Z， 是不是 ？OK， 太多人啦。请问这个跑完有什么好处吗？没有好处。他不会挑一个说恭喜你看完了制作曲。还有个叫 C 啊，我看一下，完成新作没有画完啊，白痴哦！选择希腊，我的脸在哪？无视钢琴以外的干扰。哦，从不表现出自己生气，激怒摆渡人。经历重大抉择2个面向，记下我有画，我有全部写下来，好不好？干。最难的是激怒摆渡人。Thank you for playing. Huh. 想象你有朋友， 激怒是想看那几段一直眨眼，是吗？哎，
Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Master.
Richard, tell your friend to turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Not Mom says, you say.
Benny, I say turn the lights off, not just Mom.
I'm turning the lights off. It's supposed to be a nice thing.
Benny, damn it.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I'm a sticky for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T-minus.
You know, I'm really
画画
glad
时间
you're
到了，
here.
冲啊！
There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about.
啊，没有眼部侦测，我可以画的很高兴啊，因为我不会眨眼啊，爽啊！
Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We...
哎
Probably didn't sleep
哎
at all.
，motherfucker， 重来！一个没按好就爆炸，妈的！ Shit！ 对啊，用滑鼠啊，没有啊，一直都是用滑鼠啊，只是滑鼠点到某个地方眨眼，它才会完成。可是比如说你像这样子，我指到这个上面眨眼，它才会完成啊。然后刚刚那个情况是，你没有指到那个眼睛上面，你就点下去就爆炸了，根本就没了。所以刚刚那个情况，很多情况就是你眼睛，你滑鼠也没有指到什么东西上面，你眼睛不小心眨一下就 skip 了，靠背。好了，关了，关了，关了。快啊，接电话，我要出去了，我要画画，快点，王八蛋。 坏女人，看我刚才看石丁的评论，一堆人骂那个女人是破吧。
You know, I'm really glad you're
好，我画画，
here.
我认真画画，不理你，不要再失误了。
There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about, or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Consters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So, I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it. Like, my favorite vegetable is the tomato, but you didn't think
Stay here. 好，成功了。
And you're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like hanging out with you the most.
对对对，我有看到这个。
There's also something I wanted to talk to you about.
Probably didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night. You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's
拿到了，下一个。在第二章选希腊啊，在第二章选希腊。真的用 webcam 真的是不小心就 motherfucker。
Look at that sun. We've got a long, beautiful day ahead of us. Why are you smiling like that? Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
You see that big spiky plant over there? Right over there. Don't you see it?
我决定用看的就好了，因为我发现有一些实在是有点难。这个是莫名其妙拿到了，因为就真的是眨眼2000次，很快就拿到了，这超简单。这个就是结束就有了啊，这个就是我刚画完的啊，这个就是故事书选希腊跟埃及各挑一个。 啊，这个就是不跟他讲答案，然后他骂我一直抄啊，就这样。这个就是什么？哦，就是选另外一个决定。然后这个是不能接电话啊，不能接电话。啊，接下来就很麻烦了。我看到这些我的决定，我用看了就好，我不要去做，因为要全部重来。从第二章开始啊，你不能扔或者是丢碎任何东西。 啊，小时候画画不能丢，坐在车里面看到那个不能揉烂，要签合同。附近哪个卖房子要放，OK。打电话给你指控时不要放电话，牙痛。从第一章开始介绍新场景，直到船夫要求闭眼并重新过渡他的生活，稍待片刻，继续侮辱自己。 重新校准10次，好，没了，就这样。好啦，我觉得还行啦，以一个还算温馨的故事来说，还不错啦。而且还有繁体中文，好多语言。假 penis。 반자민 브란노 스바라시 인세.好吧 ，Before Your Eyes， 还真的是2个小时以内可以结束一轮，然后就可以马上退费。可是我不是那王八蛋，我觉得还不错啊，还行啦。可是我觉得这是重玩性最低的 我记得因为我这次下特买了重玩性最低的一款游戏。没错，留给其他人玩吧。我一开始想说用眼睛玩这个东西很酷，可是后来就觉得一开始觉得很酷，后面就觉得干超破坏了，尤其是结局他妈一瞬间闪掉，就更智障。好的，9点半，我开了1个1小时50分钟，哦，刚好来吃饭。感谢大夏，感谢193，感谢阿晃，感谢皮鼠壮，感谢小峰。来吃饭了啊！今天是欢乐的礼拜五啊，欢乐的礼拜五，大家记得去爽一下啊！因为他妈的7月26才能。对啊，有啦，有不能略过的部分啊。啊，对，那就更奇怪了，为什么结局可以他妈不小心眨眼就略过？这是更白痴啊！他有很多地方不能略过啊，比如说在讲重要剧情的时候。他不给略过啊，是我太容易眨眼，还是这游戏设计有问题？我都不知道啊。刚好2小时啊，2.1小时啊，谢谢大家。身上没带钱，6碳身上没带钱，我都不知道他原本叫什么名字，他取这个我突然不知道叫什么。身上没带钱。好的呢，这个接下来的下一个日期是7月26啊。不过说真的，随意聊聊，你们他妈的敢出门吗？嘿，内力陆可，我正要关台，我刚结束了眼睛大活动。我就问各位，他妈的，你们微解封敢出门吗？锁泰的显卡可以拿吗？我只说我们公司，我前公司很多显卡都是锁泰的，一直弄到我公司都倒了之后，那个显卡还是没事啊，我觉得还行。现在柯文哲真的很像4%自己说的盖牌，柯文哲意料之中我觉得台北市、新北市难免嘛，我觉得不知道反正结论就是他现在搞这样微解封，我觉得还是不敢出门啊。而且台北市、新北市命运共同体嘛，而且你其他人微解封了，那对啊，封双北就好了吧？我也是这么想。可是你今天桃园开放了，我宁愿骑车下去桃园吃个东西我也爽，一定很多台北人这样想。那这样全部微解封是好的吗？反正而且更讨厌的是，今天是7月9号我公司已经叫我7月12号要进公司了。我原本想说干这个工作就是 work from home 我才做的，结果7月12号叫我进公司，干你老师。好，没关系，反正12号我开始进公司，分流上班。反正微解封我是完全当没看到啦，我是觉得就继续封吧。那你应该是全身都很健壮，而且这次微解封，5个人看电影 OK， 2个人玩桌游不 OK。 好，所以我决定无视“微解封”这3个字啊，我就继续封到7月26吧。应该可以吧？啊，我能回答你的我就回答你啊。啊，趁我现在还没有很饿。眼睛游戏。等一下继续拼那个动物园之星，因为动物园之星实在是太低能了，一直 RE 一直 RE， 超无聊，所以我觉得我还是自己玩到熟一点之后再开台继续玩好了。啊，附上一张他妈的动物园之星。动物园之星，我那时候在盖那个墙壁，盖之后跟我说：“你的动物跑走了啊。”然后我一看，干，你的盖墙壁盖的真好，你他妈盖成这样，他妈孔雀自己用走了就走出去了。也不是不行啊，好吧，那等我吃完饭再研究吧。好，至少那个眼睛游戏玩先休息一下吧。主电脑无底洞，有钱就可以一直买啊！不，现在是有钱，最近是有钱也买不到啊！有空关一下原价屋跟新雅啊，有钱你也买不到啊！当然预算无上限的话，要怎么样都有啦。可是预算有，我的任务就是预算有限的情况下要怎么帮人家配？如果你今天的预算是10万，好，那完全没有差啊！我已经6600了，预算是10万，完全没有差，就选最贵的组起来就好啦。可是你今天预算如果是3万呢？32000呢？28000呢？2万呢？你要怎么配它符合要求的东西？你要砍什么？你要拿什么东西的盖板？你要组 AMD 还是 Intel？ 你要组他妈的垃圾什么东西？有什么东西可以替代？啊，这个反而是我比较 care 的。啊，今天25000呢？今天预算多5000块，你要拿5000块拿去补什么？啊，拿去补机壳吗？我没屁用啊。拿去补风扇吗？也没屁用啊。当然是补 CPU 跟显示卡，对不对？好，反正就是类似这种东西，其实还有很多地方可以讨论。然后呢，每个人的需求又不一样，有些人只是要文书机而已，可是他预算开到4万，我跟他说啊，不然你把2万块给我好了，我组一个2万块符合需求给你，不可能嘛，我一定会降他的预算，或者是把预算用在其他的地方，啊，所以我就是疑难杂症解决啊，疑难杂症解决。好的呢，9点39了，我要来去吃东西了，等一下晚一点，如果有机会，开一个没有视讯的动物园之星，因为我觉得这超级无聊。好，就这样，先关，拜拜。